Everybody, my name is Nicholas Brownlee, and this is Nick at 9, my new weekly opera variety show, which will include performances, shop talk, quizzes, and even a March Madness style tournament to crown the greatest singer of all time, voted on by you all, right here on the TDO network. That was, of course, the incredible duet Dio che nell'alma infondere from Verdi's Don Carlo. Joining me were Chasman Williams-Ali and his wife Aurelia Andrews. Chaz and Aurelia live about 30 minutes from me in Heidelberg, and so we're constantly scheming, like, how do we get together? How do we do that? Well, Germany finally opened up, and we finally got to sing in a room with a real-life pianist, which is a luxury none of us should ever take for granted again. And everything that we did was in the bounds of legality based on our stage of openness in the country. And even the bro shake, yeah? You gotta have a bro shake. If you're singing a duet, you gotta have a bro shake. So thank you guys for joining me and making that incredible music. Up next is a series I call A Lifelong Duet. Ever wonder what it's like to live in a house with an opera singer? Imagine two under one roof. As if that's not enough drama, we decided to raise the stakes and put them to the ultimate couples quiz. A newlywed style quiz game, but only about their opera lives. Culminating in the daringest question of all, who's the better singer? Fighting words for sure. One of my favorite opera couples of all time, Vanessa Becerra and Alejandro Orozco, oh my God, he's going to kill me for doing that, are the first couple to tip their toe in the water and to go up against the gauntlet, as it were. Jennifer Feinstein, my beautiful wife, also a singer, joins me as we put these grueling questions up against this lovely couple, all in good fun, of course. So I hope you enjoy this series called A Lifelong Duet. All right, here we go.
Ready. Number 1, who has been singing longer? Who sings higher? Whose rep is harder? Which of you has had the most voice teachers?
Wait.
Come on. Throw them up. Who's better at music theory? Which of you spends more time on YouTube listening to old school singers? Who's more likely to crack in performance? Oh. Who spends more time warming up before performances? Which of you has the weirdest show day ritual? Weirdest show day ritual. Who is more of a diva on a show day? All right, then. Who has better diction? Mm-hmm. Which of you is more prepared when showing up to a gig?
That's
unfair. We're just getting there, so buckle up.
Listen, we're not even. Oh my God. Okay, David, which of you is most likely to translate the entire score and not just your lines?
Put them up. Ooh!
Hey, 2 more from me. Who is better with patrons? Who's better at patrons? Last one from me. Who takes more lessons and coachings? Okay, that's all from me.
Very well done. That was very exciting. I'd like a little more commitment from the left side or the Louise side of the room. A little quicker decision.
Faster response time up there.
And I feel powerful,
That's
you know?
my Mason Graham.
All right, here we go. So I'm starting with 16 or 15?
You are starting with 16.
Okay. Which of you is better at being on the road? Who is more likely to be late to a rehearsal? Which of you, right on brand, which of you looks at the conductor more while performing? Which of you is more likely to get in a fight with the director? Who's more likely to forget to pay their AGMA dues? Who's more likely to forget text on stage? Which of you does more online creeping of current singers in their fa? That was the most definitive answer yet.
One of you just dabbed.
By the way, you got that one right. It's Vanessa.
She was like, ugh.
When I was doing this, I called Vanessa and I was like, what questions do you think? And she's like, oh, creeping on singers in my phone. That's all I ever do. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That'll be a good question.
Go right on there. Go fast.
All right, 23. Who sweats more during shows? Which of you is the better actor? Who's louder? Who's more musical? Which of you likes opera more? Who needs singing more? Last two. Which of you has better technique? And finally, who's the better singer? Bravo, Vanessa. That's the right choice.
It's a diplomatic answer.
Oh my God, you guys did so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, wasn't that so great? Thank you, Vanessa and Louise, for being such great sports. And look, if you're an opera couple and you're interested in being the next, we won't call it victims, but if you're interested in being the next lovely couple, please reach out to me because we would love to put you on a lifelong duet. Okay, this is the thing that this whole series was founded upon. It sort of brings my sport love, my sport love, my love of sport and my love of opera together, smashing together. So here we go. I would like to introduce to you now Opera Madness. It's a 64 singer March Madness style competition. I'm on prompter for this. That's how much I'm excited about it. To finally crown the greatest singer of all time. Listen, one of my favorite things about the opera world is actually its subjectiveness. There is no right or wrong. Opera singer preference varies from continent to continent, state to state. It varies zip code to zip code and house to house. There have been so many extraordinary artists throughout the history of opera. We all could count hundreds of them. And this tournament is less of a competition and more of a celebration of all those great artists that have come before us and that are still present with us today. However, having said that, here are the parameters that I had for picking the singers. All repertoire more or less must be presented. If it were me, it would be 60. It'd be 64 loud screaming tenors doing Tosca high B's, right? It handled to Britain. Singer must have lived in the recording era, like Pauline Viardot. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, boo. I'm sure you got a great voice. You wrote some awesome songs, but like, we can't put you in there. And the singers have been divided into 4 regions. So to make this easier, I sort of broke it down by Fach. And the respective Fachs of soprano, mezzo, tenor, and baritone or bass. First of all, sorry countertenors, I have something set up for you next week for greatest countertenors of all time. You're gonna get your own category. And for basses, I've determined that basses is bass clef singers, which is very difficult. Because how does Gierov go against Capuccilli, go against Leonard Warren, go against, Kipnis? I get it, it's really hard. But you gotta make some executive decisions there. As far as Shvishiny singers that started their career as one voice, started and went the other way, that was an executive decision by me. So Grace Bunbury, like, you're mezzo. Like, Nick Brownlee, who am I? Nick Brownlee decided today that Grace Bunbury is officially a mezzo. Now, as you can imagine, whittling these singers down, whittling down a list of this many singers down to 16 singers in each FOC is nearly an impossible task. So I enlisted 10 experts in each FOC to get to that 16 number. So what I like the most about this setup is that we have sort of the public, you all, the fans, and then we have the experts who sort of set the list up. I also say there's some people in this that also that aren't here, and that's really bumming. Tatiana Troyanos didn't make it. I thought about her. I swear I thought about her, but she didn't make it, unfortunately. So this is all absolutely in good fun, good friendly-hearted competition so that we can argue the merits of Delmonico versus Bjorling because it is an extraordinary celebration of both. So I hope that you will join me in this and vote so that we can finally find out the greatest opera singer of all time, which of course we'll still argue about endlessly. Now, how do you do that? You go down to the Google form below. So it's just down below. You click on it. It'll take you to a Google form and it'll rank them. It's already set up. 1 versus 16, 2 versus 15, blah, blah, blah in the seedings. So if you've never done a March Madness style bracket, welcome. If you have before, your mind's gonna freak out because your two worlds are gonna be crossing in the craziest way. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you'll take the dive with me into this Opera Madness idea. So round 1, first round, starts now. So we'll get to the final 4 on week 4 of this program. And I'm so excited to see how this all navigates and how this all flows. So I'm looking very much forward to this. A huge shout out to the Dallas Opera for letting me do this, for letting me be a nerd. I hope that it's clear as mud on how to proceed, and please click on that Google form and share this so that other people can vote on their favorite singers of all time. I look so forward to it, and thank you guys for joining me in this first episode of Nick at 9. I will see you all next Friday at 9 p.m. I can't wait. Thank you again. Peace.